Another frequently asked question is, hey Joe, I'm trying to put together this bug out bag thing. I'm trying to put together this chest rig and all this other stuff, and I can't find this or that or whatever. Okay, yeah, I know Walmart doesn't always have the stuff that I recommended. They usually do, but sometimes they run out. If you go to Amazon.com, www.amazon.com, at the home page in the top right, you will see a button that says wish list. If you mouse over that without clicking anything, it'll open up a drill down menu. Now, in this drill down menu, you will see find a wish list or registry. Mouse over that and left click on it. And then right in the middle of the screen, you'll see a search field for find a wish list by name. Type in Joe Cargyle. And it will bring you to all of my wish lists that I have registered on Amazon. Um, for me, the first one it brings up is the medical prep medical wish list. I don't know which one it'll bring up for you first, but you'll notice on the left hand side are the names of all the wish lists, which includes bug out, bag, Christmas, class, which is for me getting class materials for anybody who wants it. Generic preps, which for me is food, toiletry items, general household things to take care of, not necessarily tactical. So basically, other than tactical stuff. And then below that, library, which has a plethora of books I absolutely recommend, and DVDs, some of them. Then after that, prep medical. And when you go to the prep medical wish list, it will bring up several items. And to about the mid right of the screen will be a section of comments, and certain items are found in the ventilated operators kit, but then I have them listed individually because, like right now, as I'm making this video, the ventilated operators kit is completely sold out from Amazon. And if you just wanted to piecemeal it together, you could do that. You won't quite get the savings buying into the items individually, but I put in the comments for each item individually part of VOK, ventilated operators kit. And then for the ventilated operators kit, as the item itself to buy, I also list a secondary website, the Tactical Medic, as another website to get it if Amazon doesn't have it, and it's for the same price. And then also, which is not included on this prep medical wish list, you can get the ventilated operators kit from tacticalresponse.com, spelled like it sounds. And in the tacticalresponse.com website, in the upper menu bars, there will be a section called Gear. You click on that, it will take you to their Gear website, and then from the left hand side, you can find it. After Prep Medical is a survival pack. And what the survival pack is basically the 72-hour bag, also called the assault bag or assault pack. Okay, and the idea behind this is roughly 3 days worth of mission critical items. So everybody remembers Black Hawk Down. One of the things that happened before all the soldiers went out on this excursion was a couple of them were talking, and one dude was packing up all of his gear, and the other dude's like, hey, you won't need back armor. You're not going to get shot in the back. We're only going to be out there an hour. You don't need your MVGs. We're only going to be out there an hour. It's not going to get dark. Okay, well, lesson learned. For every mission, you have to expect the unexpected, which, as far as what you can carry, about 3 days worth of stuff. So, uh, the idea behind the survival pack is that you already have a bug out bag. Bug out bag is also mission specific. Survival pack is not mission specific, but mission critical. So, generic mission. If you're on a mission, like an assault mission, an ambush mission, reconnaissance mission, or something like that, you bring your assault pack because anything could happen, anything could go wrong. The people or things that you meant to take photos of and take notes about could be a day late showing up to their rendezvous point for whatever reason. That's basically the idea behind the survival pack. I call it a survival pack instead of an assault bag or a mission bag or a 72-hour kit, because I don't like the conflicting terms. The fact is, this will help you get or survive in the woods for 3 days, and that's why I put things in there like a sleeping bag, because at this point I expect you to sleep, and that's why I recommend the sleeping bag that I do, not just the Mylar one. The Mylar one will do fine most nights in Ohio under most weather conditions. And it will work in a pinch, and it's like lightweight, so it's absolutely fine to keep with you. But when you are expected to have to sleep at night, then you need a real sleeping bag with the means to keep you warm in the coldest of Ohio nights. Now, certainly Ohio nights can get real damn cold, as we saw this last winter, and there's only so much I can ask you to spend on a sleeping bag. You know, if you're willing to spend $200 on a sleeping bag, go for it. However, for the capabilities of what this sleeping bag will do for you, that is why I recommended this one. So basically, the idea behind this survival pack is that you take your bug out bag and you stuff it in the survival pack, and then your survival pack you throw on your back and you go. And when you're using, or I should say, when you have need for the survival pack, you already have your chest rig on with your magazines, your fighting rifle, and all your everyday carry gear, which includes a handgun, quality flashlight, and all those other things. It is, we are expecting contact with bad people. Okay? Bug out bag is get the fuck out and get somewhere safe. The survival pack, assault bag, mission bag, whatever you want to call it, is we're going somewhere, we're doing something, and we expect contact with people who will try to kill us. So it's basically like escape and evade kind of bag. It's like the general purpose mission, and that's why I don't call it the assault mission backpack, whatever, 72-hour kit. That's all crap. Okay, it's the general purpose, general mission. You're going into the woods. You're going to find some resistance, and this bag will help you deal with most of those types of resistance. When you look through the survival pack wish list, you're going to see some things that are duplicate items from the bug out bag because I want you to buy another one. I expect you to have the bug out bag items already in the survival pack, and so when you see duplicate items from the survival pack, that's because I expect you to buy another one specifically for the survival pack. So like another water container and more water purification tablets, more Datrix rations, and more protein bars and things like that. But there will be certain things in the survival pack that's not necessarily for bug out purposes. Compass, camo face paint, things like that. So from the survival pack down to the tactical needs, which is basically all the stuff that you can get from Amazon that I had on my tactical needs list. Obviously, you're not going to find an AK on there. The sling from original SOEgear.com is not found on Amazon, so I'm not going to put any sling on there, but we understand that's on the list. The things that you can get from Amazon are on that list. And below tactical needs are tactical wants, and that's basically the list of, boy, if you already had everything else put together and you could get this, then go ahead. Tactical wants is kind of like the fantasy items, like the forward-looking infrared Scout, which is $2,000, which would be absolutely worth it. But if you have $2,000 and you don't have 2 months worth of food, I can't recommend you buy that first. Um, the pellet gun and the pellets, obviously, with that, you know, would that be useful and shit hit the fan? Absolutely. But if you don't have a handgun or an AK rifle, if you don't have any serious firepower to defend yourself, I can't recommend you getting a pellet gun. In the tactical wants, I have the K-bar knife, because the K-bar knife does two jobs. It is a fighting knife and it is a utility knife. Um, in the survival pack is a $15 utility knife that if you have no utility knife, you need to have at least this one. It's a fixed blade. It is good for heavy duty use, which includes splitting wood, um, and the various other needs for a knife other than killing people. It's not a good knife for killing people, the $15 one in the survival pack. If you need a knife to kill somebody with, you need training first. You're far more likely to hurt yourself in a knife fight than somebody else if you have no training. So that's why the K-bar knife is like a tactical want. It's just a fantasy, like by the time you get all your stuff together where you should get a K-bar knife, then you can get it on your own merit. And the thing to remember about all the things that I put on my wish list, and the reason that I put them there is to serve a specific purpose, not that you need the specific item. So, like if you already have a set of binoculars, I'm not saying that those are trash and you need to buy the ones that I recommend. I'm not saying that at all. But a set of binoculars is good to have. And if you don't have any, that's why I recommended the one that I do. It's cheap and it does the job. And cheap's the wrong word. Inexpensive, and it will do the job. Um, if you know of something that I didn't recommend that would serve the same purpose as the things that I did recommend, then go ahead and pursue that. Especially if you could save some coin and you know it works. But you have to know it works, or why would you do it and not the thing that I recommend? Because the thing I recommend definitely works. Like socks. I recommend at least 3 pairs of socks to change into in your survival pack. Now, you don't need to buy the damn socks. You should have at least 3 pairs of socks that you could set aside for a survival pack when you get to the point that you're ready to build up a survival pack. So, just keep that in mind.